Once we've created the components of our experiment, we're ready to bind them together in an experiment tree. Press the Create button, choose Experiment, and Create from New. Press the Edit button so that you can make changes to your experiment. Experiments start off empty with a start and a finish. To this experiment, we're going to want to add our consent questionnaire, and we're also going to want to add our task. So this would be the simplest possible implementation of our experiment. All participants start, they consent, and if they consent, they go on to the maths task and then finish. But we also want to add some counterbalancing to our experiment. So let's add a randomizer. And we're going to have button order 1. We'll send 2 people in that direction, and button order 2. We'll send 2 people in that direction as well. And this means that for every 4 participants, 2 will get button order 1 and 2 will get button order 2. I could set these to 5, which would do the same but across 10 participants, or 1, which would do the same across 2 participants, but this is a little bit of randomization. Now with my randomizer, put that after the consent, and I'll send some participants down towards this version of the task. What I'm also going to need is another instance of the task over here, and these people will get the second button order. So to set the button orders, I need to go into the task. This one we'll leave it as it is, with the odd button on the left and the even button on the right. But in this one over here, we'll switch it round. We also want to use our full spreadsheet rather than our short debug spreadsheet. The nice thing about Gorilla is that at the tree level you can see the manipulations, so that you can see you've set them up correctly. Here we've got the left button as odd and the right button as even, and here it's the other way round. The left button is even and the right button is odd. We also need to change this spreadsheet to be the same spreadsheet so that we have consistency between the 2 conditions. So this would be a simple implementation of an experiment with a consent node, going through a randomizer and then getting to finish. When we're ready, we can commit our experiment. And it's always good practice to preview your experiment. Do you consent? Yes. Here are my instructions. I'm not bothering to answer correctly, I'm just checking that it is running it. If you need any help with the experiment tree, go to our support pages. There is a tooling guide for all of the tree nodes. And there are sometimes examples for how to use them. Also available from the support pages are a number of example projects that show you different techniques that can be used in the tree. For instance, this experiment shows you how to use embedded data to make people go through one version of the task, and if they score high enough they get a congratulations screen and then finish. But if they don't score highly enough, they're asked to try again, and then if they get a high enough score here, they get a congratulations screen and then they finish. And if they don't score highly enough, they get a message saying better luck next time and then finish. And there are other example projects here that tackle other questions.